So normal format, guys, 40-minute class, full body, upper body, lower body, and like a full body kind of finisher round just to get the heart rate up near the end. As always, active rest. If you want to do active rest between the exercises, anytime you're going over an exercise, you can do a jog on the spot, skipping, jumping jacks, squats, anything you feel comfortable doing, or just get your rest as you need them. Like I said already, grab some weights if you've got them. You can even add resistance bands, and then we'll just take it from there. Okay. And it's Saturday, so it means there's a little quiz. So a little Who Am I quiz, as always, for the Saturday. You can play along at home. No need to type in the chat, just play along at home. Okay, right, let's get into it. Little warm up in place, we'll warm up those hips. Just take that knee up in place. Nice and warm for the hips. So about 3 minute to 5 minute warm up. Taking those hips up. Good. Now take that knee, hip out to the side, alternating sides. Nice big circles with the hips. Come on, latecomers. So start going those circles into a little jog on the spot, flicking up those heels at the back, warming up the knees, and then take those knees up in front slightly. So alternate between heel flicks and little knee raises. Just starting to gradually get that heart rate up, raising the core body temperature. If jumping or bounding is not good for anyone, or the knees, just little knee raise is fine. Good, go a little bit faster with that now, a little bit higher with those knees. Pumping the arms, if we can. Let's go for a little jumping jack next. So, little jumping jack, open up the upper body. As always, little step jack. If jumping's not good for anyone, we just want to exaggerate that upper body movement. So nice big swings with the arms. 1, 2, good. Hips forward, little side lean. Nice long shoulder, just stretching through the core. You can even stretch off the neck here slightly. Good, hips forward, little torso twist. So loosen it off gradually. Try to keep the hips forward if we can. A few cracks and pops through that spine. Good. Coming into your natural squat stance, guys. So as we always do, nice slow and controlled in your squat, just warming up through the legs. If we can, hands behind the head. We'll just cue that posture a little better. And we're not using the momentum from the hands. So my feet are nice and flat. I'm tracking my knees out. Little pause at the bottom maybe, just so we're holding that squat position. Nice and warm for the legs. Last 10 seconds of squats. Couple more squats, guys. Warm through the legs. Good, into our little lunge now. So a little reverse lunge. We'll be doing these today, so get the form good now. Nice tight core before you start. Stepping back. You can add that little twist if you want to. Getting that core turned on for balance. Switching sides. Couple more lunges, guys. Coming down to the mat, into our cat-cows, guys. So warming up that thoracic spine. Coming up onto the fingertips if you want to. For that cat. Dip the chest looking up into cow. So just warming up the upper back, in between the shoulder blades. Take your time with these. Go for 1 or 2 more. Then we're into our rotations, same position. Open up that upper back. Keep those knees close together, remember. We'll limit the twist in the lower back, keeping it focused between the shoulder blades. 3 or 4 reps, then switch sides. Almost done with the warm up, guys. coming into our mountain climber next. So shoulders over our hands, driving in the knees. You can go slow or fast with these, depending if you're warm already, if you're feeling good this morning. Going for 20 seconds here. Squeeze the stomach, keep the hips down, driving in those knees. Last 5 seconds of mountain climbers. 3, 2, 1. Big shoulder circles, warming through the shoulders. It's snowing outside. I don't think I'll have any problems with the sun coming in this week. Big swings backwards. And we'll get started, guys. Open up the chest to finish. Right, guys, grab a quick breather, grab a quick drink if you've got one. Get your weights, your resistance bands, your booty bands ready if you've got them. First round is going to be legs. Always start with legs. So it's a superset, one exercise into the other, and then I'll do a little bonus exercise too. Today we're going to start with an offset lunge. So if you've got weights handy, what we're going to do, so the weight's in my left hand, and I'm going to step back my left leg, and then I'm coming down, just like we did in the warm-up, back to our standing position, okay? So what happens here, because our weight's in the opposite hand, you're kind of putting yourself off balance, and your core is going to counteract that, okay? So offset lunge to start with, 30 seconds per leg, and then we're going straight into walk-ups. So we're down on our knees, hopefully you got cushioning under your knees, keeping an upright torso. You can come up into a little squat position, switch the sides, okay? Ready to go for that, guys. You can add weights there too. Ready to go in about 10 seconds. Getting your weights, obviously if you don't have weights, just doing the body weight alternative in 3, 2, 1, pushing it. So stepping back in that lunge like we did in the warm-up. So when you're thinking about lunging, you're working the front leg. Even though my left leg is stepping back, it's the front leg that's doing the work. Hopefully you've got some sort of weights at home, even a bag of books, a heavy water bottle. So we're going 30 seconds one leg, working this front right leg that I'm doing. Core is nice and tight for balance. So start to feel it in that front leg now. The slower you go down, the harder it is going to be. 3, 2, 1, switching sides. So now the dumbbell's in my right hand, I'm stepping back my right leg, and I'm pushing through this front heel. Core is nice and tight. Remember when we're lunging, guys, we're not on a tightrope. Make sure we're all almost like train tracks. So we've got a wide stance, and that'll help your balance. If you struggle with the balance, the dumbbell is down by my waist, so it's almost pulling me down like this. And you're pushing through that front leg. Last 10 seconds of lunges, guys. Remember also, we're just dropping the knee down in a straight line. It's a small step, drop down, rather than overextending and stretching off the hip. Last 5 seconds, guys. We've got walk-ups next. 3, 2, 1, about 5 to 10 seconds to switch. Coming down to your kneeling stance, make sure you've got something for cushioning. You can add your weights here too. Just hold them in that front rack position in 3, 2, 1. So I'm pushing up one side, little squat position, and then coming back down. Pushing in, guys, going for it now. So once you get familiar with this, you can go a little bit faster. Make sure you alternate the sides that you're leading with. So from the side, I'm not sitting back here. I'm up, nice straight line between my knee and my shoulder, down up to my squat stance, and then back down. You can come up to a full squat if you want to, and then squat down. There's a few ways of doing it, but we just want to overload the legs here. Exactly the same if you don't have the weights. You probably find you'll go a bit faster. You can even add a little jump squat or a pulse squat at the top there if you want to. Loads of variations, guys. Just work what you have at home. Last 10 seconds of walk-ups. Good, take your time, guys, slow and controlled, especially if you're using the weights. 3, 2, 1. Good. You can start your active rest now if you want to, if you're going for that. Bonus exercise this week is going to be a glute bridge. So, normal glute bridge, backs on the floor, heels just out of reach of our hands. We're pushing up with the hips, squeezing glutes here. If we can this week, we're going for a single leg glute bridge. So, I'm taking one leg off, I'm pushing through my left heel, I'm going in there. It's going to be about 25 seconds per leg, if you can do it that way. You can even cross it over. Getting ready to go, down your mat, about 10 seconds. Glute bridges, guys. In 3, 2, 1. Pushing through those heels. Make sure we're squeezing those glutes to the top. Little pause. Coming down. Pushing up. If you've got weights, sticking them on your hips if you want to. Make sure you're squeezing and activating glutes at the top. Down. Squeeze and hold. Up. If you're going for the one leg, we've got last 10 seconds before you switch. 3, 2, 1. Switching legs if you haven't done already. If you're not quite feeling that activation through the glute and you're using weights, maybe drop the weight. Make sure we're feeling that activation in the glutes before we start adding weights. Some people might feel this in their hamstrings. Last 5 seconds. In which case, really think about clenching your bum first. 3, 2, 1, relax in there, guys. Good. One round done. So, little active rest now if you want to. We're going to go for 45 seconds to a minute rest. So as always, your active rest can be anything. A little jogging spot, boxing. Today's first clue for the Who Am I quiz. So remember, it's a person. Clue number 1. This person made their first TV appearance over 23 years ago. So that's all you're getting today. 23 years ago, made their first TV appearance. Ready to go in about 15 seconds, guys. Starting with our lunges. Ready to go in 5. Remember, you're offsetting. In 3, 2, 1. Stepping back. So that weight is down beside my hip. Pushing in, guys. Core's nice and tight. Like I said, when we're lunging, it's just a small step. And we're lunging down. We're not. Big step. And I'm always stretching here. Small step. Power through the core. Power through the center. If you prefer, you can hold it top rack. Last 5 seconds this leg if you haven't done switching already. 3, 2, 1. Switching sides, guys. So if you can, you're going for that offset lunge. Some people call it a suitcase carry lunge. So it's obviously a lot harder if you've got heavy weight here. You really have to turn the core on to counteract this weight, okay? Keep it going home, guys. Control that lunge down. The slower you go, remember, the harder it's going to be. So as if I was doing a one-legged squat here, I'm slowing the way down. My back foot barely touches, and I'm coming up. Maybe see if you can try this at home. Take your back foot off first, and then push up. So you're almost halfway up, take it off, push up as if it was a single leg. 5 seconds, guys. You got walk-ups next. 3, 2, 1. About 5 to 10 seconds. Ready to go for your walk-ups, guys. In 3, 2, 1. Standing up straight or sitting up straight. Little low squat. Or you can come right into that full squat. Back in. Think about posture, guys. When we're here, we're not hunched over, especially if you've got weights. When you're coming up, you're sitting nice and Firm in that squat, standing up, shoulders are back, keeping good posture. As you get comfortable with this, you can go quite fast, keeping low at all times, or you can add the squat at the top. Looking good, guys. Go at your own pace, remember. Remember to lead with different legs. So maybe do 2 pushing off the right and then 2 pushing off the left. Last 10 to 15 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Relaxing there, guys. Getting ready for your glute bridges to finish. Like I said, if you've got booty bands or your resistance bands, you can add those. Getting ready to go in 5. So single leg or double leg glute bridge in 3, 2, 1. Pushing up, squeeze glutes. So if you're feeling this in the hamstrings, think about squeezing your butt cheeks before we get to the top. That way you're taking away from the hamstrings, focusing on the glutes doing the work. I've obviously added a band here. It's not very heavy, but you can add a little knee out at the top if you want to, if you've got the bands. Switching sides now if you're going for that single leg glute bridge, if you haven't done already. Last 15 to 20 seconds, guys. Keep that chin tucked as well. We're not hyperextending the neck here. Just, people say, as if you're holding a wee, well, not an orange, a tangerine is supposedly the perfect size, holding under your chin. But I'll need to see the science on that. Right, 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Active rest and recovery, guys. Legs done. We will be doing some more leg exercises. But active rest and recovery now if you want to keep the heart rate elevated or just get your rest. Next round is going to be upper body. So, as always, a bit of a push-up variation. What we're going to do is, if you can, we're going for a push-up rotation. So it's top plank push-up stance. We're pushing up. And we're going to keep our arm close to the body, rotate up, and point to the ceiling. Okay, so it's 2 per side, 4 in total for push-ups. And then if you've got something to lean on, a chair, a bed, or a bench, a sofa, we're going for tricep dips, 6 reps. Okay? So push-up variation, 4 reps, tricep dips, 6 reps. After that, we're going for a single leg RDL into a row. So we're going down with the weight if you've got it, going down, stretching hamstrings. Oh, balance. Stretching hamstrings, squeezing glutes. When we get to the bottom, we're going to go row, row, and then back up. So we'll come on to that when I come around to it. Ready, going about 10 seconds. Starting for our push-ups. Coming down to the mat. So if you're not comfortable in your push-up, any push-up variation you want. In 3, 2, 1. So ideally, we want to go for that full push-up. Rotating up, switching sides. If you need to, drop to the knees. Keep the core tight, exactly the same. You can elevate your hands to make it easier, which is a good shout actually. Once you've done 4 push-ups, guys, you're switching into your tricep dips. And we're just going 6 reps, slow and controlled. Keep the elbows tucked in towards your rib cage. Once you've done 6, you're back to your press-ups. So a few variations there for your press-up. Elevate your hands, widen the feet for balance, keep the shoulders over your wrists, open up, pushing up. I'm getting a bit of a spring off my couch. Last 15 to 20 seconds. So when you're opening up for that rotation, almost stroke your chest and open up so it's not away, it's close to the body, and then push up. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, about 10 seconds to switch. So if you've got the weights, guys, Bit of a tricky movement. We're going for one leg at a time, 25 to 30 seconds. RDL in 3, 2, 1. So my right leg goes back, I'm holding my right arm. I'm coming down, stretching hamstring, and then I'm rowing 1 or 2 times, back up. So this is exactly the same if you can go 2 here if you want to. Row, row, and up. If you don't have the weights, exactly the same. We're just almost touching for the ground. You just touch up, squeeze the shoulder blade, back up. When you're hinging from the hips to come up, make sure you're squeezing the glutes. I'm going to row here, row. I'm trying to keep my chest parallel to the ground, so when I come down, I'm not tilting off. Last 5 seconds this leg, if you haven't switched already. 3, 2, 1. So you're solid through that foot. Keep core tight for balance, coming down, stretch the hamstrings. Go for a little row if you can. And then come up, squeeze the glutes, back down. Like I said, if you just want to go for that, the 2-legged, the normal RDL, so we're coming down, hinge the hips, squeeze the hamstrings, squeeze the glutes, go for a couple of rows, squeezing at the top, okay? So it's a hip hinge, guys, last 10 seconds. Hinge at the hips, squeeze the hamstrings. Forgot my row. 3, 2, 1. Active rest or recovery, guys. So you can keep going with that active rest if you want to. So a lot to take in there, especially with that RDL. What you got to think about the RDL is you're keeping your back straight as we come down, and you're extending that back leg. Once you start to feel the hamstring stretch, that's kind of when you know you're at your limit. You do the row, you come up, you squeeze the glutes. Again, 2 feet might be better for you. Just do what you're comfortable with, guys. We're going again about 30 seconds, starting with those push-ups. Trivia round number 2. So, this man has a net worth of over £220 million estimated. And he also has 5 children. So clue number 2, getting ready to go in 10 seconds, guys. 220 million net worth pounds, 5 children. Ready to go in about 5 seconds, guys. What am I doing? Down for push-ups with that rotation if you can in 3, 2, 1. Push up, rotate up if you can. Push up, rotate up. I like this movement, it's very flowy. Almost like yoga, but not quite. Don't hassle me, yogis. So 4 push-ups, switching into our tricep dips. Remember, tuck those elbows in. You're on the couch, we're not flaring out, we're tucking them in, and we're down and up. So 4 push-ups, 6 dips, 4 push-ups, 6 dips. Got about 30 seconds, guys. See if we can get one more round of each. 4 push-ups. Six dips. Last 15 seconds, guys. Good, guys. Solid push-ups. Think about rotating that whole body. 3, 2, 1. About 10 seconds to switch. So focus with this exercise. It is quite tough. If you can, go for the one-legged variation. And 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg. My left hamstring's getting a nice stretch there. I'm rowing, keeping my core tight. And then I'm coming up, squeezing glutes. 2-legged one might be enough. So I'm just hinging at the hips, keeping my back straight. Stretching the hamstrings. Row, row. Squeeze the glutes to come up. When we're rowing, guys, remember, it's nice, slow and controlled. We squeeze at the top for like 1 second pause. We squeeze the shoulder blade together. Ready to switch legs if you haven't already in 3, 2, 1. Come down, stretch that hamstring. So you don't want to fully lock out that knee, you want soft knees. So you'll notice my knee is slightly bent actually. Stretching hamstring, 1 or 2 rows, pause at the top, relax, come up, and you should feel that in the glute as you raise up. The last 10 seconds of RDLs to rows, 1 leg or 2 legs. Three, 2, 1, active rest recovery guys, well done. Next round, full body finisher. Before we go, a bit of core and a little bit of posture today as well. So, about 45 seconds. So these exercises will be less time. Kind of want to get the heart rate up with their full body. Okay, so first one's going to be a squat thruster. So we're finding our squat stance. We're nice and slow and controlled in the squat. And then we're pushing up through the shoulders. Okay, so use the momentum as always to push up through the shoulders. Control the squat. Quick through the shoulders. Working 45 seconds. Quick breather, and then we're going for a little lateral 3-step with a power skip. So a lot to take in here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, power skip up, 1, 2, 3, power skip up. If you really want to, you can add a burpee here as well. So 1, 2, 3, burpee down, jump up, 1, 2, 3, burpee down. Ready to go in about 15 seconds, guys. So 2 rounds, almost like a finisher. 5 seconds. Take it at your own pace though. Getting rid of your weights if you've got them. In 3, 2, 1. Squat, thruster. So like I said, control the squat, but it's a quick movement up. So you're using the power, but also quick movement up, but you're controlling on the way down. If you've got quite heavy weights, obviously that weight's got to come down, so you've got to control it with your arms, but also catch it in your squat. So you've got more than 1 dumbbells, you can double up. If you don't have dumbbells at all, exactly the same movement, just push them through your shoulders. You'll still feel the pump in your shoulders. You can even add a little squat jump, pushing up, squat jump, pushing up. Last 15 seconds, guys. Last few squat thrusters, make sure we're controlling the squat, keeping the feet nice and flat. Posture is good, 5 seconds, 1 or 2 more reps. 3, 2, 1, relax in there. So this one, a little bit of coordination needed. This thing's doing my head in today. Ready, going 5, so lateral 3-step in 3, 2, 1, so 1, 2, 3, power up. So when I come up, yeah, inside knee comes up, I push up, inside knee comes up. If you don't want to jump, little 3-step, little knee raise. Knee raise, just get the heart rate up here. If you want to, you're adding the burpee. So we're going 3-step hop, I don't have a lot of room here, burpee, jumping up. So 3-step hop, or you're going for your burpee. Last 10 seconds. See if we get a few more in. Doing that the wrong way. 3, 2, 1. Relax in there, guys. Get your breather. 1 more round of that. We're almost done. Flying through it. Our third question. Originally from Essex, he married his childhood sweetheart in 2000, the year 2000. So he's from Essex, married his childhood sweetheart. Ready to go again in about 15 seconds, guys. We're starting with that squat thruster. Get ready your weights if you've got them. Posture is good, widen the feet. Nice sturdy stance in 3, 2, 1. Control the squat, quick through the shoulders. Watch your ceilings. I've got a few dents in mine. Control the squat. A little pause if you want, and really power out the whole. It's a full body movement, guys, remember. Try not to think about it as a squat, then a shoulder press. It's all one movement, squat, thruster. You shouldn't really feel this too much in the shoulders, depending on what kind of weight you're using, because you're using that power from the legs to propel that weight up. Last 10 seconds of squat thrusters. Looking good, guys, well done. Three, 2, 1, about 10 seconds to switch. As always, guys, if you're not comfortable with any of the exercises, just switching on to one you feel more comfortable. Ready to go, lateral 3-step in 3, 2, 1. I'll try to do this properly this time. So if you can, add that little jump, powerful with your hands, or it's just a little 3-step, little knee raise. Little knee raise, sprinter arms. Power that knee up. Take your time with this, guys. It's great to work in different planes of movement. So quite often we're always just going front and back and forward, back and forward. It's good to go side to side. 10 to 15 seconds left. Remember, you can add that jump, you can add the burpees to make it harder. Whatever skill level you're at, add that power skip. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relaxing. Well done, guys. Coming down to your mat. Quick couple of core and posture exercises to finish. So we've done these loads of times before, but we always do them because they're important to do. Especially at home, we don't have weights, so we can pull very heavy for our back. We're starting with our swimmers on the ground, hands up at the head. We're going to go swimmers, or angel devils, whatever you want to call them. We're going to go for about 20 seconds, and then we're going to go straight into our W's. So our W's, remember, hands at a W position, and we're retracting the shoulder blades, squeezing at the back. Okay, 20 seconds of each, working for about 45 seconds. Ready to go, we'll do 2 rounds in 3, 2, 1. So swimmers to start with, working for about 20 seconds. Remember, squeezing the shoulder blades at the back as you come up. Hands are facing down at the top and facing up at the back. And then I'd bring my shoulder blades back. If you're not feeling it, think about squeezing the shoulder blades together. So you're really thinking about cueing that good posture. We'll go a bit longer with these actually, just so we're feeling it. If anyone's got really light hand weights, you can add those too. Last 10 seconds of swimmers, then we're going straight into our W's. Almost there, guys. Making good time. 3, 2, 1, into your W's, guys. So, arms at that W position, forehead's on the ground, I'm squeezing and holding, 1, 2, back down. Arms barely touch the ground, so don't let the weight off. Keep the tension in the upper back. Keep the shoulder blades back down, shoulders retracted. So think about cueing your posture. So roll back the shoulders, then start squeezing shoulder blades. There, squeeze and hold. Last 10 seconds of W's, guys. Good. So think about picking the arms up, just exactly where they're lying, and then up. 3, 2, 1, quick breather, guys, 15 seconds. So you know the movement now. Swimmers, shoulder blades back at the back, and then we're here, just back and forward, squeezing into the shoulder blades. Last round of these, guys, ready to go in 5 seconds. If you've got hand weights, you can add them. Very light though. In 3, 2, 1. Hands up. Swimming to the side. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Round. Good. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Well done. Excellent. Last 5 to 10 seconds of these. Let's go for one more. 3, 2, 1, straight into our W's. So almost pick as if you're picking those elbows up, and then you're squeezing and holding in the shoulder blades. From the side. So slight pause at the top. From the front. Last 5 to 10 seconds, guys. Couple of core exercises to finish. Actually, probably only manage one. And 3, 2, 1, relaxing. Flipping onto our backs now. We're going to go straight into a dead bug. So the dead bug, I always get this wrong. Take the knees up. Shoulder blades are ever so slightly off the ground. We're taking those arms up. We're extending left leg and right arm, and then switching sides. Some people like to just keep their arms here, but I like to go because I'm a bit uncoordinated. So dead bugs, guys. Squeeze the core. Ready? Go in 5 seconds. So take those knees up to start with. Then the arms meet them in straight line with your shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Extend the left leg and the right arm over your head, and then switching sides. If you want to make this harder, you can go for a little V-sit, which is not quite the same exercise, but we can go for a full tuck. So full tuck, like this. Or it's just a normal dead bug, one leg at a time. Or it's a full extension, tuck, full extension, tuck. As always with your core exercises, try to relax the neck. Last 5 to 10 seconds here. We'll go for one more round after. This will be our last exercise for a quick stretch. 3, 2, 1. Relax in there. As always with the core exercises, guys, if it's uncomfortable, just do any one you're comfortable with. So it could be a core crunch, a plank, anything. Ready, go in 5 seconds. Last exercise, guys, then we're done. The final clue for that one was the Who Am I quiz. This celebrity chef caused outrage in 2005 for banning turkey Twizzlers. Ready, go for our dead bug. In 3, 2, 1. So we're going for that dead bug, or we're going for that full tuck. So I think it was 2005. I can't see my notes. You must know who it is now. Remember turkey Twizzlers though? I think they made a comeback, and the creator said they were healthy. They sound healthy. Lean protein. Last 10 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Relax in there, guys. Well done. Come down to your child's pose as always. Sit the bum back towards the heels. Open up the chest. Big deep breaths in towards the stomach. Let's get the heart rate back down to normal. Get the recovery. And then we can enjoy the rest of our Saturday. As we're sitting in that child's pose, let's start walking the hands over to the left or right side. Just get a nice stretch off in the lats. Switching sides, walking over. Remember, we're breathing nice and deep. Want to get that heart rate back down. Good. Let's come up to a stand position today. Let's go for a little hip stretch. So hip flexor to start with, take the ankle out to the side and then stretching off that hip at the top. So knee out to the side and then stretching into hips. Go for about 10 seconds here. Then take the knee in close to the knee, stretching quad. So you were here, now you're up close to the knee. Good, switching legs. So hip out to the side. Then knee close to knee. Good. Last couple, a little forward fold, stretch all the hamstrings, relaxing through the shoulders. You can grab the elbows here if you want to, or just let yourself hang. Easing out. And relaxing there, guys. Well done. Good work. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Hope you're feeling okay.
Thanks, Iain. Enjoy your weekend.
You too, guys.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Jamie Oliver, by the way. Jamie Oliver. See you guys. Take care.